Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to the Let's Play. And after what has been hours, hours of grinding, trying to find the beast, trying to kill the beast, when I do encounter him, I have decided that, as you can see, not many of my characters are actually different, but we did actually get to work with Genidia. I replaced Genidia with with Luciana for a while, and then now with Leander, as you can see. That's why Luciana's XP is actually still basically the same thing. And I leveled up Genidia a bit, just so I would be able to actually use Genidia for a while. Now using Genidia is, I don't know, it might not be the best idea here, but it definitely is what I feel might actually help out. Because honestly, we are obviously not going to... See, the thing is, these spiders are super fast, right? And Genidia can actually use glue to make them slower, which means that after turn 1, they're not as fast. Now, what you need to actually get Genidia at his full potential, that is a weapon for him, obviously, because without a weapon, he's not really that useful. So we're going to go to the weapon shop for pets. I don't know if you noticed. What? Oh, we actually missed a chest here. Oh. There is actually a pet store all the way back in Tanger, North Tanger. I am so sad that we did not get that witch's save point. I mean, teleport point. But she charged way too much, and I know that the fight did something. So we're basically trying to make our way back there and just get some equipment, because I do know that the equipment will be worth it in the long run. Like in the long run, it'll definitely be worth it that we went to get this equipment for Genidia, because Genidia is a pretty good character. Like, the only issue he has is that he's obviously a pet, and thus his stats aren't really that great. He's a slime. Like, it's more useful than normal slimes, like, I don't know, Dragon Quest slimes. I definitely say that Genidia is more useful than that, but that's kind of where it stops. That being said, we're just retreating the entire way to get Genidia back to the pet shop. I really hope that this pet shop has something that I can use, because I'm just assuming that it does. Honestly, I have no clue. As you can see, Genidia is super weak to magic, and that is definitely one of the more annoying things about him. But neither the spiders nor the beast actually use magic, so having Genidia is fine for those fights. But if you're going to fight against magic users, then you definitely don't want to use Genidia. Genidia takes like 1 damage from physical attacks usually, so that's why he's a good character. His niche is physical attacks. Coriol's niche is special attacks. His niche is physical attacks. Luciana is special attacks. Sarah is healing. Random is physical attacks, obviously. And Horacia is speed. So you see, each character kind of does, and Leona is kind of weird. She's like magic attacks, but not really. She's kind of weird. She's like the odd one out when it comes to everyone has their specialization. Now you'll notice this is actually a cave. This leads to the black market that we saw earlier. But where we want to go, now you'll have to forgive me for not knowing exactly where it is, because I usually don't use pets. But the pet store is somewhere. I think this is it. Yeah, this should be it. This is pet shop. See. Okay, so Croco Nails, Leather Coat, and Wilderness Diadema. Boom, boom, boom. So let's see what this does for poor old Genidia. Croco Nails don't do that much, honestly speaking. The Leather Coat doesn't do that much, to be honest. And the Wilderness Diadema doesn't do that much, to be honest. And then we're also going to equip him with the Dark Amulet, because... Now look at his defense. His defense is basically the point here. His defense is pretty damn high. Now, I don't think that this guy is actually useful beyond this. I don't know if you can talk to this guy. Nope. Does anyone here sell anything else? Right. Do you sell anything else? No? Okay. So they mostly deal with felines. Now if you're wondering why felines, that's because Horacia is also a party member. So, in that sense, it does kind of make sense. Now, you know, Genidia still will not be dealing the biggest damage. But he does have some good spells, and that's basically what the point was here. Because I think that Gonidia will actually be able to help us with the Lycosis. I think with Gonidia's help, we can beat the Lycosis. And let's be honest, that's what we want to be doing. Defeating the Lycosis, because fuck those things. The issue is that these things can summon Bacchus, and that is so annoying. But as you can see, Gonidia does live the hit now. So the fact that he does live the hit is pretty important here. Because obviously you don't want to be using a character that just cannot take a single hit. Now keep in mind, critical hits will affect Gonidia very much, because as always, his stats are dependent on his resistance to these things is based on his defense. And if he gets critted, his defense is ignored, obviously. So it kind of should be evident? Self-evident? I don't know. It should be kind of evident that he will die if he gets critted too much. Like, he'll survive a crit, obviously. He's not made from paper, but if he gets critted a couple times, then he'll definitely... I don't know when the game's slower all of a sudden. This game often suddenly freezes up, and sometimes it... Like on my other computer, it runs so ridiculously slow. Kind of like all RPG Maker games, if I'm being honest here. I don't know what's up with that. Like, some RPG Maker games just play so slowly on my PC. It is honestly vexing, but what can you do? So, I'm just trying to remember the path so that we don't screw it up. I'm just fighting these cockatrices because, honestly, as we've seen before, running away from them can be difficult. So then, after this, like, the plan is basically to... There is an item in that place, and we need that item. At the Arachnids, I mean. We actually saw it in a previous video. The item that we need is the Necroleash. If we have the Necroleash, we can actually go to the Beast, kill everything that is not the Beast, and then focus on the Beast. And that's the strategy that I've developed to defeat the Beast. And I have to say, that's a strategy that I think will be necessary to defeat him. I don't think he can beat him otherwise. So that is basically what we're going to be doing. And we're going to be using Gonidia instead of Leona, because Leona just, I don't know. I just don't think Leona is that good as a character. Now, I didn't want to, like, I could have just grinded the other characters up too, but I don't want to do that off screen. I could do a grind compilation if I ever felt like it, but my point is just, I don't want to just grind. Because that is not, I just grinded Gonidia on his own, because I felt like, okay, he has to be the same level, give or take, as the others, to make to have a chance here. And the same equipment, which is why we went to buy equipment, obviously. But if I just grinded him up, like, to level 1000, then yeah, woohoo, I can win the game now, but... Did I win the game, or did I just grind the game out? And if you don't see a difference in that, then well... Now you might have noticed Gonidia took 1 damage from a crit there. So the crits, they don't ignore defense fully, they just ignore a little bit of the defense. But Gonidia took 1 damage. Just let that sink in, he took 1 damage from an attack. So when I say that Gonidia benefits from this, you know. Now, as I was saying, I don't like grinding games up, because if you grind too much in a game, like, you don't have a game anymore. You're just playing a grind fest, and then it doesn't matter what the game has to offer, because you're not playing the game. You're just leveling up, and then you're sweeping through it. And if you're doing that, then you might as well just play it on normal mode, because it's the same thing at that point. Well, that's my opinion, of course. I perfectly respect that people like grinding. I don't really care. Like Pokemon games, I'm well aware that people like grinding Pokemon games. I don't know why, but they like it. To get better moves, you know, that kind of stuff. And if you're grinding for a move, I can kind of dig it. Like, I really wanted Cyrus first Tsunami too. So I can totally dig you wanting a move so bad that you start to grind a little bit for it. I wanted Father Synchysis on Gonidia, which you learn at level 21. Father Synchysis, as you'll notice, is actually a very good spell because it hits everyone and it has an absorption effect, meaning he heals off of it. So in that sense, it's a really good skill to have. Now let's see, let's actually explore a little bit that is not this place. So you have this, you might be wondering what this is all about, because this is seemingly a dead end. And, well, that's because it is. I wish I could tell you something differently, but I don't know either. Now, there is one side quest that we could actually do before we go to the... Like, before we actually go to the end, there is one side quest we could technically do. Although I'm not sure if that's going to be beneficial for us or not, because we don't have Sarah right now. You know, that's kind of the mess. Sarah got abducted, unexpectedly, quote unquote. Like, if I had done all these side quests with the logic, yeah, because Sarah's gonna be abducted, then that would kind of be a dickish move, because obviously I know that she's gonna be abducted and you don't. So I didn't do that. I also kind of forgot, not gonna lie. I didn't do that, but that does come with the implication that we now don't have Sarah. Now, I don't mind not having Sarah. The thing I dislike the most in video games is having to choose a party. And I don't dislike it because I'm a sauropod, I just dislike it because I'm not good at it. I'm not good at saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use this character and this character. I want to use them all, you know? Then there's the opposite side. I'll have my main team, which is usually the first characters you encounter, and then I won't use another character. There are some exceptions to this, obviously. It's like, if you play Fire Emblem games, it's kind of like that. Now, welcome to Genji Proud. This is another city, actually. And I know we haven't been to this city yet. Now, one of the things you can... These are fake diamonds, by the way. Do not buy them, because they're fake diamonds. Now, this is another type of trout, and it's actually kind of funny, because it's a normal trout, basically, but you can just buy it on top of the rest. Easy. I take historical objects at a very good price. What have you? So this guy does not want you to... Like, he thinks you do not have anything he wants to buy. That's actually really annoying that he just takes it all off, but okay. But make sure to re-equip all your characters once he does that, because obviously, if you don't, you're without items. And for some characters that obviously matters less than for others. Like for Goriol, what does it even matter? Goriol really does not have... Really, I don't really know why he doesn't have the items that you want him to have. He has nothing right now. It's kind of annoying. There's a chest here though. I don't know if you can steal this chest. Is it locked? Sphere. Okay. Now someone here will give you a quest. I just don't know who it is. Now the point of this entire place is that it's a little desolate town infested with banditry. Ah. 10 gold bars, false, needless to be precise. For a little quest I ask you to complete. This elf is giving me an important metal fire. I ask you to kill the elf and take the metal back. So as you can see, we get the quest to kill an elf, and that is the side quest that I mentioned. Now killing someone is usually not really a thing that games do, like active assassinations. A lot of games shy away from it, and I can understand why. If I'm being honest, I don't really like the fact... What's this? Cast request on you, okay. I don't really like the fact that we're being active assassins at this point. And in that sense, like, obviously you don't have to exaggerate when it comes to this. You're playing a game. That's how it works. Like, what is this cell thing? It's not a weapon. Not an item that I can put there. I forgot to check. Misc. What is that? Do we see it in the inventory? Sell something. It's one of the issues when you don't want to throw away items. If you actually start looking for one specific item, you're gonna have fun just scrolling through all of it. Sorry about that. I really am sorry about this. I don't see it. Oh, there, cell pass. A little key for common locks. That's a lockpick. We found a lockpick. What? Why did we find a lockpick in this game? That's the last thing I expected to find here. A lockpick of sorts. Now, I don't know if it's actually a lockpick, obviously. Like, is there even anything that it unlocks? But, whatever. So, about this elf that we have to kill. Now, there we go. That is how you do it. Because looks might deceive. If you were to just try to find him, you would not be having a lot of luck. And I can tell you that because I done it before. So you have to find that secret passage. That's the only way. It's the only way to actually find this guy. It's not. He's not a random encounter or anything. And then you gotta take the other secret passage to get here. So now we're here, and there's a tower here, like this tower. I come from Trolia. Told me about. I'm trying to restore it and turn it into a restaurant. What? Okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever. So none of this actually has some. I figured that maybe this might have relevance later on. I don't know. So there is effectively a city, small. Maybe we'll find things in the Minotaur's coast to help us snatching Stara. Alright, this is the Minotaur coast. So this is where the second part of that quest actually comes in. I'm pretty sure that someone actually tells you about the secret passage at some point. There we go. Nobody has actually explored the mountains around Ganje Proud. Little passage. So, as I said, like, the game drops hints at every moment, every twist and turn. Now, I don't think you can actually go back. Oh, you can. My only issue is that there has to be a way to actually get up there. Yep. And now that we're here, you're supposed to flick this. Wendala Dirloslav. Wait, what? That didn't do anything. What? I really thought that that was where you found the elf. But apparently my memory is terrible. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I know what that does. I'm not gonna say what, but I do know what it does. It's a pretty complicated little quest line. It's not really a quest line, it's more of a thing that you can do, but whatever. So we've gotta like pass through again. Where is the rest of the passage? There we go. And then you just, there's another passage here somewhere. It's kind of difficult to like navigate, but like this, and then you're out here. Okay, there. Now you can actually use Feeble if you're really tired of these fights, because I do think, no, they're not fish. They're not weak to thunder apparently. I thought they were. Don't know why. Just seems kind of logical, I guess. I don't know. So these things are annoying because they lower your speed and they deal some very shitty damage, really. Like, they're not a threat, but they're annoying. Because random is still faster anyways. Now, it's called Poisonous Fog, and it doesn't poison. That's, kind of weird. Whatever. Just keep in mind, like, this is what you can find around here. Now, this little house here has an elder, apparently. Ons lived here too, but she got captured as she was picking flowers. She was never retrieved. I miss her. That is so sad. That is so sad. What the hell? What the hell, game? Why do you do this to me? Does this guy's real house really have nothing for me? Does Medikit, okay. Is that Sob Story really the only thing this has for me? Laurelie's Diary. Laurelie. I have not seen anyone in this game called Laurelie. That's why I checked. I was just wondering, have we met anyone called Laurel with the same name as his daughter? But then he didn't say the name, so I was thinking, okay, let's check the diary. Or let's check the book, maybe we'll get a hint. I sell some tools. Dom scroll. No clue what this does. Let's buy a couple of them. Is there any way we can access that? I don't think there is. Is there? No, there's probably not. He didn't look old enough to keep shop, honestly. Whatever. Anyways, you can go over the top here. Now, in case you're wondering ever about, you know, Indenera has actually been mentioned quite a lot of times by now. And Indenera is Sarah's home place, but it's actually the home place of a lot of elves. And the elves of Indenera are some of the most powerful elves. So you might be thinking, okay, so where is this amazing big Indenera? You can't actually access it, but right there. Continue up and you go to Indenera. Now you can't go up because you can't, but if you could, you'd end up in Indenera. These games do that a lot, like put some locations on the map that you can't go to, but they're there. It's like you can't go there, but if you had been able to go there, if you wanted to know about, like, you gotta love running from fights, don't you? Like, literally, it took me so many tries, and you can encounter. That is literally the one thing that grinds my gears. I don't care about a lot of encounters, but if I just spend 9 tries to run away from a fight, and then instantly after I get another fight, I'm like, okay, shut off. Like, I don't want that. That is not something that I like. I also don't like how some of these houses can only be accessed from one side, and you have to just kind of, we've been here before, you have to just kind of know, but whatever. Now that we have the quest, I think this elf will actually show up. There's a couple things we can actually do now that we've got the quest and we went in through the mountain pass, by the way. There is a couple things we can do. First and foremost, if I recall correctly, there, you can see him. He wasn't there before, but we can see him now, because we do have the quest. That is going to be Dabuhl-Ag. Right, I remember now. Last time I played this game, I actually went there through the mountain pass because I thought I'd find Dabuhl-Ag there. And I was like, oh yeah, I found him, and then that place was empty, and I was so annoyed because it was empty. And then I stumbled upon him here. I was quite happy back then. So this is Dabuhl-Ag. Now let's pray that we don't die here, because I'm an elf traveler on a business, so I guess I want to start a peaceful year. So Magop actually joins him in this fight. Now I don't know who of these two is the stronger one and who is not the stronger one, but what I do know is that both of them need to die. So he summons the Dryads, which is very bothersome. Let's smash. Huh. I've got plenty of Phoenix feathers, so there we go. You see, sometimes that is all you have to do in a game. There's 2 enemies. One of them is strong, the other one is not. So, you know, just go for it. Kill one of them and boom. GG. Not everything is difficult all the time. Now he's going to spread his liquid, and now you're finally going to see what glue actually does. It's lowering his stats by a lot, by the way. A lot. Well, in terms of what this game usually does anyways. He casts attack up, so that's slightly annoying. But he's dead. So he's dead. We did it. Quest complete. We can return. We have to actually return through the Gargarian land. Watch me get the beast encounter. Watch me get the beast encounter. No scope, first try. Okay. Fun fact, you can actually run from the beast. Just saying, if I had encountered him here, I could have run. I'm not sure if the chance to run is 100%, but you can definitely run from him. That is because, I mean, it's a random encounter, technically. Like, first of all, it is a normal random encounter. It's not treated in the game code as a special encounter, but there is an event that fires when you encounter him. So that's how the game handles it. So in that sense, it is a normal encounter with a very low weight. That's why you don't get it a lot. Now this guy's probably going to cheat us. The quest was about retrieving a medal that the elf had stolen. He didn't have a medal. Right. Lol. He got a crit on. 2,630 gold and opium. Wait, the shop isn't empty. I can see it right there. There's more. Stupid goody two shoes. But we do have the 10 gold bars though. So that was the side quest that I wanted to show off today. That was basically what I wanted to show. Now in here, and this is where I was going to what I was working towards. You have a save point right here, and then you have the School of Transports. RT in there, but you can still use our services. A teleport for us. So I just thought both Luciana and Horacia egress, just because, like, why not? And with that being said, actually I'm just going to enter again because we can save here. So we're going to save our game, and that's going to be it for this episode, obviously. It's been kind of fun to do this. We actually managed to get a quest completed, and we flipped that switch. Now, if you're playing this game yourself, flip the switch. Trust me. I'll show you why in the next episode, but flip that switch. Until then, this was Darth. This was the Darth side of the channel. I hope to see you all next time.